and welcome to Old Faithful with your host Matt Trask. I am so excited to be back. Today is May 7th, 2020. We are by no means out of the woods with the coronavirus situation, but things are opening back up a little tiny bit, and so we thought if we were super responsible, we could go back to having guests on my show, and I am so excited about today's guest. First, my thanks to Haggerty's Music Works here on the hill in Rapid City. I will not thank the incomparable Johnny Hastings because he's on camera. And one other point, my thanks to the incomparable Johnny Hastings actually for making coffee today. I did not get Black Hills Blend Espresso. They are still open at 2 locations here in Rapid City. I feel perfectly fine going and getting a cup of coffee from them myself. As I understand it, they're doing a land office business at their 2 locations, but I thought it might at least appear somewhat irresponsible of me to buy a coffee and haul it across town in my filthy car for a third party. So we're enjoying coffee made here at Haggerty's of an unknown brand. It doesn't matter, it's really good. Thank you, Johnny.
Maybe, yeah.
Safeway Coffee. There you go. A little plug for Safeway Coffee.
Yeah.
So I already mentioned that you are, in fact, Johnny Hastings.
Yes, sir.
I am super tickled to have you in front of the camera. This right here is one of my favorite guitarists in the Black Hills, and we have so much to talk about. We probably won't get it all talked about. How about you just tell us about you with emphasis on your guitar playing journey?
Right, yeah. Well, my name's Johnny. I've been playing for about 12, 13 years now. And I started back when I was 14 and fell in love with Eric Clapton, the sound of blues guitar a little bit, B.B. King. From there, I started playing in bands around town, writing music, learning music, playing. I think I started playing bars when I was 14 too, so did that for a long time. I ended up going to school in LA for a couple of years for guitar, Los Angeles College of Music. And moved back to Rapid. I work at the music store selling guitars, playing guitars. I still play in bands. I still do solo shows. Just anything, that puts a guitar in my hands. So,
right.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first guitar, maybe.
My first guitar, I bought with the first $100 I ever saved up. It was a Squire Mini. It kind of looked like this, except it was mini.
Except it was small.
Yeah.
Did it have 3 pickups?
Yeah.
It did.
It's a little Strat, just 3/4 size or something. I don't know.
Do you still have it?
I do.
You do?
I do still have it, yeah.
What color is it?
Black and white.
Black and white, just like that.
It looks just like this, yep. I haven't changed much.
Your mother is very musical.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Were both your parents musical?
No, my dad couldn't even barely listen to the radio, but he did like music. But yeah, my mom's the reason I followed my passion for music, and I inherited that from her, I think, more than my dad, and she's incredible. She can play anything, and play anything really well.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee break, Safeway Coffee.
I forgot, Mom.
What do we got here? Christmas mug. Hey, we need some holiday cheer. Christmas mug right here. Merry Christmas, y'all. So let's talk about... Oh, dear. Excuse me. Let's talk about this guitar.
All right. Well, yeah, this is the Old Faithful. Her name's Alice. And I was in New York 6-7 years ago. And I had a couple of days to just kind of walk Manhattan, and I just wanted to see all the guitar stores. I looked all over the place. I wasn't really planning on buying something, but I went to this shop called Chelsea's Guitars. It's on Chelsea Street, downtown New York, in Manhattan. And they've got a bunch of used guitars in there. They got pictures on the walls of B.B. King, a Buddy Guy, and all kinds of old cats in there buying guitars. But this one was a 62 reissue. It's a 97. Made in Japan, actually, and it was on sale and I had some money burning a hole in my pocket, so I bought it. And the only thing that's original from that would be the neck and the tuners. So
Okay.
from there, it got, this is an Eric Johnson body, actually, American Alder. That was refinished black nitro. It also had a mod with the left-handed bridge put in. So the whammy comes from the top. It's kind of
And tell us why you did that.
You know, I didn't, when I got the body, it came with that. I got it from I don't know if you know James Hamilton. He's an incredible player. When I was growing up, was from Rapid, you know, and he played in a band called Deja Voodoo. Just an incredible guitar player, and we kind of became friends over the years. He was back one time and had this body, and he gave it to me, actually, because I was looking for something new. And he had done that, and it's kind of a Hendrix thing, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, just kind of a cool mod.
The answer we were looking for was
For
to
you.
look like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, it's also a Stevie thing.
We have to get those buzzwords in there.
Yes.
Tell us, I happen to know a story about the modification you did to the back of the neck. Can you please tell us that story,
Yeah,
Mr.
so,
Johnny Hastings?
On the back, you know, they come with kind of a sticky lacquer, you know, any model. And I decided to just basically whittle it away. So before it was smooth like this, it was just like I took a knife, basically. I took a pocket knife and just shaved it off and put some linseed oil on it. In the last, 5-6 years, it's actually smoothed out to be pretty nice. It still has some grip, but it's not sticky. And it's mostly my hand oil now, which is nice. So that's kind of a custom thing for me.
Many people will take some sandpaper to the back of their neck.
Mm-hmm.
Many people will buy a guitar with an unfinished neck. I don't believe it would be responsible for us here at Old Faithful to condone taking a knife to the back of your own guitar. But it's been done once.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get down right to the wood,
That's a hell of a story, and it looks really cool. But maybe I'd try it on a pawn shop guitar first.
Yeah.
One more. I'm asking leading questions. One, yes.
My pickups are custom wound by Angela Pack at Honey Tongue Pickups. She winds pickups. And Scott Pack's daughter, Scott Pack's the one that works on this all the time. He's the best around, best I've ever worked with. So she made these. They're like an overwound kind of sound, but they're scooped as well. So the kind of a mid-range scoop sound, but as well as they got a kind of a bite if you turn it, if you crank it up. And
let's get a little geeky. It looks like they're staggered pole pieces.
yes,
Were
they're
they
vintage style staggered? Yep.
like a '60s homage
Yep. Like
to fit the guitar?
yeah, and I just I think I like the '60s pickups more than anything. I think they're a little fatter and fuller sounding. So she kind of based them off of a '62.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you rewind them any times or put them in and you were happy?
I think this set, I think this was the first set she made. And she wanted to try it out, and I kind of gave her some specs of what I thought I'd like, and they came out perfect.
She is right here in the Black Hills. If you're from the Black Hills, if you're from anywhere, actually, our very own Black Hills Angela Pack, who can be found on Instagram at Honey Tongue Pickups, I think.
Yeah.
I very much like supporting local people. I would also say, though, if local to you is not the Black Hills of South Dakota, maybe also look around your area, see what you can find. But definitely, huge plug for Angela Pack. I am waiting on a pickup myself.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And so in the various bands that you play in, what is your amplifier of choice these days?
I'm playing a 68 reissue deluxe reverb.
He doesn't have his deluxe with him today. We're just going. As long as we have two goobers and an instrument, we're golden. So he's going to play this Denim Princeton today, and I'm guessing your pedal board is also in storage.
Yeah, in the trailer, man. Since we're not gigging, everything's kind of sitting out there. But on the pedal board, I've got, I just go into a tuner, into just a regular Crybaby wah, into a Sir Jackrabbit. It's a trem pedal, and I actually use that as a boost. So Sir makes boost pedals and everything, and it must just be their boost circuit in there, and I use it as that kind of it's just kind of on all the time with the depth turned down, so you can't.
A trem as a boost. How did you discover that?
It was a couple of years. I mean, it was years. I've been running the same setup for about 5 or 6 years now, so I don't know. I was just playing and it was on, and then it sounded good. I turned it off. It didn't sound as good. I was like, must be that pedal.
I love things like that. I have discovered on the MXR Echoplex copy that at a certain setting, it's a pretty darn convincing chorus.
Yeah, nice.
So a lot of times you need to experiment with those pedals, see what else they can do besides what it says on the top of them.
Yeah, just got to experiment, man. It's all sound.
Right.
And Camp Comfort I play with, we've been getting together, and we're not playing gigs, but you got to use the time wisely still and still make music. We're playing shows, but it's not at bars and stuff. It's in our garage.
Right.
Whatever, Still got to keep doing it.
Everybody's gone to Facebook Live, Instagram Live.
Those too,
And if you're watching and you're doing stuff like that, you're a musician. I've been trying to share your feeds to my Old Faithful page on Facebook. Plug for that. After a while, it got overwhelming. I simply couldn't share them all. There's just too many, and I apologize to the ones of you that I haven't shared. If you were thinking, gee, I wonder why Matt Trask didn't share my feed, there just has gotten to be too many of them. Let's talk about one more thing.
All right.
Your playing style. And as I've gone around watching bands and performers, I try and learn something from each band or performer. And I'm not going to say that I've learned much from this guy. He's too damn good. It's blasphemy. What I have noticed, and this guy is amazing at, counterintuitively, you have somehow learned when not to play.
Yeah, I mean, that's an important part to it, for sure.
It really, I have learned so much from you about not playing. There is a joke. I made up this joke that by starting this show, I intended to become a famous guitarist while playing less notes than B.B. King, and I just spent a month screwing that all up. But sometimes the answer is to just sit back and not play. And also, what I've noticed, and maybe this is intentional on your part, and maybe it's not, we all want to create tension and release in our music, and sometimes you create tension by depriving us of the guitar part that we demand is in the song. It's genius. It might be accidental genius.
Maybe I just don't know what to play. I'll take it.
Remember my sponsorship with Trask Hay LLC, large, round, and square bales is 515-0858, and Doc Martin says, wash your hands. Okay.